We are going to talk about one of the worst, if not the worst movie of 2013. Yeah, it's early, but this is going to be very high on the list, I can tell. Turn that stupid chainsaw off, Jed. Your movie is garbage. I don't care about your chainsaw. You can't scare me with that. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw in 3D. Yeah, these are not even the 3D glasses I got when I went to see the movie. The actual 3D glasses were black like those, but they had on the right here the words Texas Chainsaw on them, and I didn't really care to keep it because of how bad the movie was. It was so fucking awful. Okay, so our plot here. I think Heather Miller is 20 years old, maybe? She looks like she's 20. Although, she could be older, considering in the beginning of this movie, you see a quick summary of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. See actual clips from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I never really saw the actual movie, but I'm actually considering renting it because I hear it's like a classic. This movie is really bad, and Heather Miller is played by Alexandra Daddario. I can't pronounce his name. Who cares? You're not a very good actress anyway. Leatherface is played in this movie by Dan Yeager. The original Leatherface does make an appearance. Gunnar Hansen, he's playing Boss Sawyer in the movie. And Heather Miller is a descendant of the Sawyer family. When the last surviving member from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre runs out, the police get that girl, and then they are about to ask the Sawyer family for Jed Sawyer, Leatherface, to come out and be arrested, and the family doesn't want to give him up. And then this lynch mob comes in behind the police, and they burn the house down. They burn the house down, kill the family, except for Leatherface. Somehow Leatherface gets away. And there's like one surviving family member also. A baby is taken by one of the lynch mob members and is raised as his own with his wife, since his wife couldn't have children, to become Heather Miller. And I guess in this universe, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre did not happen in 1974 or whenever it actually happened, since I believe that the original movie was supposedly based on a quote true story. And in this universe, I guess it's the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened in the 90s, maybe? Because this movie might be happening in today's time, but because you have policemen using smartphones, and I'm thinking, if this movie is happening 20 years after the actual Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that would mean that the 90s had smartphones. The 90s don't have smartphones, so that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make much sense for her to be like as old as me, because I'm in my 30s now, and she doesn't really look like she's in her late 30s. So that doesn't make sense at all either. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't really matter either way, it's still a stupid movie. And her three friends, the Expendables as I like to call them, meaning that the ones that are going to die, and they all go to Grandma Sawyer's mansion, since Grandma Sawyer died and is leaving her mansion to Heather Miller. They go away to the mansion to settle the estate, and they find out they get the whole mansion to themselves. And the realtor gives them this envelope, says, you gotta read this envelope. Of course, she doesn't read the envelope till like the end of the movie. In the envelope tells her that, by the way, Leatherface is in the basement. Your cousin. Jed Sawyer. Oh man. But obviously she finds out that Jed Sawyer's in the basement way before then. Even though she reads the letter at the end. It is just so bad. And this movie is so riddled with bad horror movie cliches. It is not even funny. That's how bad this movie is. I mean, it's right out of the Cabin in the Woods playbook. And yeah, one of the cast members is black, but unlike that old cliche where the black man dies first, nope, the black man does not die first in the movie. Actually, the black man dies third in the movie. The first person to die is actually a hitchhiker that they picked up. And then like the second person to die is like his best friend of the black guy. I think David Bourne is the mayor of the town that they go to. And he happens to be the guy that burned down the house and killed, and the leader of the lynch mob that killed the Sawyers. What happens is he wants to kill Heather Miller since she is a Sawyer. She's Leatherface's cousin. And there's a point in the movie where you actually end up rooting for Leatherface to kill Gavin Miller. Yeah, obviously I'm speaking spoilers here through this whole review. This movie is terrible. Don't bother seeing it. Please do not see this movie. This is the worst. This has got to be one of the worst movies of 2013. Oh my god. The 3D, like just pretty much a chainsaw going to the camera shots, or a chainsaw being thrown to the camera. Maybe some blood splatter. That's pretty much it. Texas Chainsaw. The rating is, I'm going to give you a 2 out of 10 because maybe there's going to be a movie that coming out this year that's bad. Scary Movie 5 is going to be for Warm Bodies, if that's going to be really that bad, or I don't know. I don't want to say Host, because Host might still be a good movie since Saoirse Ronan is in it. But yeah, don't see Texas Chainsaw. Shut up, Jed. You're not scaring me with that chainsaw. It's still a bad movie.